Welcome to this special LEGO City update. I've decided to expand the city and completely redesign it. In this video, I'll show you the new layout I have in mind, but you can also help decide how the new city will look. How cool is that? So, what should we do with the extra space? Which buildings should stay, and which ones don't need to come back? We have a fresh start, which gives us tons of possibilities to rebuild an even more beautiful city. The cool thing about this is that we can now use all of our creativity to design the ideal city of our dreams. To kick things off, let's take a moment to enjoy some beautiful shots of the city as it looks right now. It's time for a new project, so let's get started. I've decided to add an extra table on the left side of the room. This gives us a massive amount of extra space, 96 by 192 studs of building area to be exact. The current city was built starting from the center. At the heart is a large station square surrounded by tall buildings. The city is designed to look its best when you're positioned along the long side, directly in front of the tables. My idea now is to shift the focal point to the short side, on the right-hand side of the tables. This will create more depth, allowing you to view multiple buildings lined up, giving the city a larger, more expansive appearance. One of my plans is to use a similar layout for the roads and train tracks. However, I would add two roads around the marketplace leading toward the station, and the rear horizontal road would be placed behind the tracks on the new table. At the front, the train station will be located, with the marketplace and the restaurant right behind it. I want to build the city from low to high to create the best visual perspective. The hospital will be placed directly to the right of the train station against the wall. The building will be rotated 90 degrees so that the front is clearly visible from this side. Opposite the hospital, on the left side of the train station, there's space for a new design. I was thinking of adding a police station, which is essential for a city like this. Additionally, the Shell gas station will be located in front of the hospital, at the intersection of the horizontal and vertical roads. The gas station is designed as a corner structure, making this one of the few suitable spots in the city to place it. I want to place the tall skyscrapers at the back of the city where the new table is set up. This will become a business center with only tall buildings. Between these buildings, I plan to build a street so that people walking through it are surrounded by skyscrapers on all sides. The goal of this project was to create a city that gives you that New York feeling as you walk through it. For me, that means a long road lined with nothing but tall skyscrapers. In my current city, I built the tall buildings around the marketplace, which didn't leave enough space to create that long street with tall buildings. With this new layout, I can place 6 rows of 2 buildings each, allowing me to achieve that effect. By creating space for 18 base plates, each 32 by 32 studs, there's now plenty of room to design new constructions or expand existing buildings. Do you have an idea of something that absolutely must be in this new city? Let me know in the comments, but not before you've seen my second layout. For this first layout, the hotel with a swimming pool and tennis court will be placed in the back right corner. This structure had to be placed in the same way because it was specifically designed to fit the corner where the train tracks run. Now it's time to show you my second layout. The goal for the new city remains the same, to build from low to high so that all the buildings are clearly visible. In this second design, the train tracks stay in the same position as in the first layout. The rear horizontal road is still placed behind the tracks, but there are no roads surrounding the train station. In this design, I've moved the train station 16 studs to the right from the center, which creates space on the left side of the station for a large project. The hospital will remain in the same spot on the left side of the city, but this time I want to add extra parking spaces for patients. In this second design, on the right side of the city, the hotel with a swimming pool and tennis court will be placed, and next to it, on the right side of the road, will be the shopping mall. Along the side of the train tracks, there will be space for a police station or additional parking for hotel guests. Next, the business center with all the tall skyscrapers will be placed on the new table I've added to the city. By organizing the city in this way, we see the low buildings first, followed by the mid-rise buildings like the hospital, and behind them, the tall skyscrapers. This is an important difference from how the city is currently laid out. In large cities, you often see tall buildings surrounded by lower structures and houses where people live. I want to create this same effect with this new project. To achieve this, we need residential buildings about 3 stories high. I plan to build old residential complexes that will be placed next to the old train station and restaurant. This way, the city will start with a historic section of old buildings, followed by the modern buildings like the hospital, shopping mall, and of course, the skyscrapers. By expanding and redesigning the city, I now have the opportunity to perfect the project even further. I plan to build only structures that fully meet my standards. No more shortcuts. This also means that some older buildings will not return in the new city. Designs I wasn't fully satisfied with will either be dismantled or modified. This way, the overall quality of the city will be elevated to a higher level. I've been working on building this city for 6 months now, and I'm not unhappy with the results. Still, I feel that it can and should be better. There is so much you can build with LEGO, and the possibilities are endless. I'm determined to make my ambition a reality and create the most beautiful city imaginable. Now that I've shared both layouts with you, I'm really curious about your input. Which layout appeals to you the most, and what kind of buildings would you like to see in the new designs? Leave your ideas in the comments and you might see them in the new city. Also, a like really helps a lot. And if you don't want to miss the progress of this new project, make sure to subscribe so you won't miss any updates. Check out this amazing time-lapse video to see how I built this incredible project from start to finish. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.